Hello, everybody. My name is Tasberry13, and this is my first Minecraft YouTube video. I am a Texas teacher, and so I have had a lot of time at home recently, and I decided I wanted to take this up as like a quarantine project. I do a lot of videos for my students nowadays, and I realize I'm not very good at them, and I've dabbled with the idea of doing Minecraft on YouTube for a little bit, and I'm thinking, hey, this might help me actually get used to speaking in front of my students and trying to do better for them. I apologize for any extra noises. I got lots of little noises that happen around my day-to-day life, and I'm in an apartment. Another part of the transformation is that I am also moving within the next month. And so there's going to be a lot of changes happening in there. And I figured out this is just a good time to start, especially practice speaking. As you saw behind me, this is my house. This is not a new Minecraft world. I have been playing on this world for 358 Minecraft days. Now, that doesn't mean I've gotten very far. I'm very slow as a Minecraft player, and one of the things that I have thought about doing is doing a scared to play Minecraft series kind of thing. I have never done the Ender Dragon. I have never conquered a Nether Fortress. Just some of the basic things that I feel like Minecraft does, I haven't done. And that's just one because I'm scared or I'm slow. I don't really think I'm scared. I think I'm more cautious, really. And I think if I have some sort of online platform with people that are either supporting me or cheering me on, giving me tips and tricks or things like that, maybe I can actually do these things and start to become an actual Minecraft player. So yeah, we'll just kind of see where the series goes. I will give you guys a tour of what I got going on so far. So like I said, I live in a cello. Not only am I a teacher, I am a music teacher. And so this is my main instrument. And so I did this by eye. I've made a cello on Minecraft before, and I used grid paper and was really meticulous about slabs and stairs and angles and things like that. But this time, since this was my first house, I wanted to see what I could do by eye. And I think it turned out pretty well. If you look at it from a distance, it's very short and squatty. But it's real nice, and I like it. I got a little farm here. I'm working currently on a clarinet that'll go all the way up there. I have a flute villager trading hall, which I will give a tour of in a minute, and then I have a bee cage over here from a natural spawned beehive that I had over here. I think I'm going to turn it into like a drum that you can walk around on the inside. As you can tell, I have lots of music themed things. I don't plan on doing just music themed stuff, but that's what this world was, the idea was created behind. I believe I started this world right after winter break, and so like I said, it's been slow, but it's good progress. Let me grab my bed so that way whenever nighttime comes I can just sleep. Alright. Let me take you, I guess we'll start inside the cello first so you can see what I have going on. I have a little kitchen that I'm working on, missing a couple blocks. And that's what the bee cage was for. Got some dogs that I have found over in a little forest behind my area. I apologize, I have a dog, and he is very noisy, and you can probably hear his little jingling behind. Sorry about that, my dog started barking. like I said, I have lots of little noises and little critters that make lots of sounds here. As for what I plan to do with the rest of this space, I have kind of plans, kind of not plans. I've dabbled with taking this down and actually making it the proportions, but still that doesn't help me with what am I going to do with all this space. Currently, if I go up this spiral staircase, which actually is in the same place as the end pin, I have my storage and enchanting room, but this is not the situation I would like to have. I'll tell you more about my plans for that later, but that's just currently where this all sits. You see down there I have a little trap door. This is my strip mine. I don't have a water elevator because I only have one way down. I do have some water elevators elsewhere, but I'll show you here. I actually decorated my strip mine. I enjoy mining. I'm trying to do more of every directional approach just to see the things I've gotten. I think I've gone through almost all the rows on the bottom, so this is my next one. And I started with only going, I can't do math in my head, but I've gone with 8 torches, and every 6 blocks I placed down a torch. And so I was at like 48, 50 blocks or so. And most of the directions, some of the directions I decided to go further. But then I have similar situation on the second floor. I thought about extending it to a 3rd floor later, but this is plenty enough for me to do for now. This is also in a slime chunk I found out, so every now and then I get a slime that spawns down here, which just gives me enough slime for me. If you notice, I do have bare minimum tools. I had a bow, but unfortunately I died the other day and it despawned. And so I'm still pretty sad about that. Oh, that's another thing I haven't done is the sea temples with the guardians, and that's how I died because I was trying to just make a really crude squid farm on the top, and it didn't work. So anyway, that's how I lost all my stuff. But in general, when I am mining, I do use stone tools. I hate wasting things, and I feel like I'm going to break a diamond axe or lose it or whatever, but like anything stone is completely renewable, so I can grow trees and get sticks, and I have cobblestone out the wazoo, so I feel okay with doing that. And even if I didn't have cobblestone out the wazoo, I have, you can make the cobblestone generators and things. And so I usually only mine with stone tools. But I would like to get to the point where I feel like evolution of a Minecrafter where you start using diamond everything. After I died and lost all my stuff, I did create diamond armor, and I did enchant it because I have all of the things that enabled me to do that. Also, downstairs in the strip mine that I didn't show you, I found a zombie spawner, so I got a zombie XP grinder to go in our villager trading hall. As you can tell, this side is empty for the most part. We see some trap doors down here. This is not efficient in the slightest. So you can tell I've traded with that one. This one doesn't have a job yet, but he's here. So what's happening, and I'll talk about the color scheme in a little bit. What's happening is I have some farmers down at the end of the flute that I have crudely blocked off right now. And they farm and then breed, because I have some extra beds out here and some extra workstations up here. And whenever they make a baby comes up here, goes under here, through the fence, and comes and jumps on the bed after I take those beds away that are over there. And so every single time that has happened is now under these trap doors. The villagers can't escape, but I can go in there if I need to. Like this one was a recent baby, so he has a torch behind him. Because when they're babies, I close them up like this. I don't want anything to spawn in there, so I put a torch. But yeah, so I'm just waiting for more villager babies and gonna start categorizing and getting that more efficient. Let's talk about this. Oh, I didn't talk about the color scheme. So, like I said, I play the cello, which is over there, so you can now tell it's short and squatty it is. But my boyfriend plays the flute. And so after I built the cello, naturally the next thing I want to do is build the flute. As you can tell, I'm missing some of my... I had so much iron, I thought, oh, this would be great. I can make iron stands for the flute, and then I forget what I was doing, but I desperately needed iron, so I stole it from the side I don't usually look at. But I'm getting it back, so I'm going to replace that. Let's talk about the clarinet. As we can tell, it's coming along. It's made out of wool because I don't have a lot of black items. The only ink or black dye I've been able to get is from Wandering Traders. Another thing about me is that I'm vegan, and so I do not try to, I don't kill things. That's why I'm eating bread. So part of that is I don't like to kill things for, their materials. Now, obviously, I do have a sheep farm down here for wool and things, so I think I'm more of a vegetarian play style when I play, but it's definitely, I don't kill cows for beef. I don't use leather unless I happen to find it somewhere, which is in past profiles, that would be fishing. So in here I have the sheeps on a little observer clock, and then whenever the grass changes and the sheep gets wool, I got some shears and a dispenser that it's taking it from. Now the whole reason I built this clarinet was this thing right here, which I'll just go up here so you can see it. This was a very, very basic, crude mob farm to be able for me to get ender pearls. So I'm making it kind of in the shape of a keyboard to keep with my music theme. I'm using bone blocks for the keys, and then that's actually black concrete for the black keys. And so what I did is I go up here just for a couple seconds. Right, and then inside that little slot, you can see there will be tons and tons of mobs. And look, there's my Enderman. Now on either side of here, I have a lava blade. First of all, for the zombies and the skeletons, not for the creepers since they float. There's a ton of creepers in that. But this was originally how I was getting my bone blocks. As you can imagine, this is not very efficient. And I'll show you more about the process in a second here. Oh, he went in the lava blade. He's not happy. Not happy. Okay. So, poke my head down here, see if I can get them out. See if I can get them in the lava blade. Anyway, so that was originally how I was getting bone blocks, and it was not going very well. It was a very slow process and hard to navigate. So I built this part down here, and all those mobs that didn't go through the lava blade are now on either side of there. Let me go sleep real quick. But then I have a little hopper minecart that's going underneath, that's capturing all of the things, and anything I collected is down on the end. I did kind of cheat a little bit, and I used spectator mode a couple days ago to find a skeleton farm, because as you can imagine, getting like 3 bones per playthrough every time I sat down for Minecraft was hard. So I found a skeleton spawner, and that's where I'm going to show you next. And it was actually really near my base, and I would have never found it if I wouldn't have done this, so I'm really, really happy for it. After I have finished recording, I realized I never went back and actually explained my plans for my storage system. Since I have a bone farm now, and I have the zombie farm, I don't need gunpowder right now, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I'm thinking about turning this into a large storage system. So keeping the same shape with the piano, I'm going to put gray concrete out on the side, and the spot that was on the top of the piano, that was going to be saved for like some buttons and things like you would see on an electric keyboard. And so those are my plans for that. Just wanted to let you know in case you were curious, because I forgot to mention it earlier. I have a horse around here somewhere that's helping me go to it. There he is. Alright. So while we ride off into, I guess it's not sunset down, but while we ride over here, I do have plans for this entire area. I would like it to be a music city with each member of, or each instrument of the orchestra, or other, not necessarily orchestra instruments either, instruments I like, or things like that. So that's possible plans for future. Ooh, flag. Okay. And I got some torches outlining my skeleton farm. So, anyway, I found the skeleton farm and was like, oh, this would be great. I will make this into a similar one to my zombie farm, which uses a drop tunnel to get them at 1 heart. But this time, since I've learned about the lava blades, I'm going to use the lava blade. And so I got that set up here, but because I wanted drops, I actually set it up with a piston. So that way, if I want to get XP, I can do this. And if I want drops, I can do this. And this has been working much better for me getting the things that I need. What I didn't count on, though, this is actually a double spawner. I had no idea. And so, one is over here, and then I found out this is a slime chunk over there, and so I can go over there and get more slime. This thing spawn, and this is a massive cave system. Oh, I forgot some iron. Need that. But so this has been kind of another thing. Another episode, potential episode idea I could do would be caving, because I do not cave because it's scary. You can hear skeletons getting drops. This place gets noisy. My boyfriend hates it. He also hates my villager breeder. But that's just what happens. Anyway, so that's kind of tour of my area and what's going on, what I'm doing. I'll be practicing like video editing skills, mic setups. This is my 4th mic setup that I've had. I'm just trying to figure out where I sound good and get used to, I guess, recording basics. So yeah, if you have any tips or tricks or words of encouragement, please leave them down below. And if you feel like checking out to see what I'm doing and keeping up with me, feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. Alright, well, have a great day. Hope you guys are all safe and doing well during this quarantine, and I will see you in the next one.